Hi there, this is your friend Vendra dear. The basic purpose of my life is what Dr. Napoleon Hill endured in his mind under the guidance of Andrew Carnegie. Dr. Napoleon Hill interviewed the most successful people in America that he continued for 20 years when he was coached by Andrew Carnegie. And then he discovered the secret of success of the millions and millions of the people on the earth. And that was very common. All the great successful people were having a set trend that became a law. And then he wrote Law of Success, Think and Go Rich, and several books. Beloved friends, I have taken this challenging task, what Napoleon Hill did. He gave us the laws, and we are the people who have understood those laws. And I also want to make millions and millions of people more successful. And these laws, as you know, are very clear to you. To be successful in life, every person must have a definite purpose. He must make alliance with the most brilliant people in that calling and area in which he is interested to grow and become great. He must have tremendous belief and faith in himself and also in the infinite intelligence that is God. And he must be willing to work as hard as possible, what is called going extra miles. The interest, the will, the determination, the conviction, the courage to do more and more, the more the better. And he should believe that day by day in every way I'm getting better and better. These people can really scale any height in life. The word is going extra mile. He must have personal initiative. That is very, very crucial for becoming great in life. You have to also have a pleasing personality if you want to seek the help of the great people in that area. You must be optimistic. That is positive mental attitude. In crisis, in troubles, in adversities, in misfortune, when you are clouded by all sorts of opposition and reverses, you must be a courageous man to take the bull by the horns, to meet the troubles face to face, and never to yield and never to give up and never to quit. Rather, learning from every adversity is misfortune. The lessons, because Napoleon Hill has proved it and you know well, every adversity and misfortune bring with it a seed of an equivalent benefit or better benefits. So we have to learn from our adversities and misfortune. That requires the positive mental attitude. Optimism, always seeing the silver tint in the clouds of doubts, fear, frustrations, opposition, reverses. Never to just try to escape from the difficult moments of your life. That defines your positive mental attitude. Beloved friends, you must be energetic, enthusiastic, determined, and having a tremendous willpower to become great and successful in life, whatever goal you have chosen. And that needs your accurate thinking. You have to use your wits and intelligence and reasoning and logic. You cannot be going blindly and you will be successful. You have to work in a team. You have to have a creative vision, imaginative faculty of mind must be put into action. You must have a sound physical health, maintaining harmonious relations with the entire humanity, with birds, beasts and nature, everything else. You should have so many other great essential qualities, but the last one, the 17th principle is cosmic habit force. Today I will talk about the cosmic habit force. Beloved friends, when I talk about habit, it means that it has become a routine, a standard operating trends and patterns that the things will keep on repeating itself like a pendulum. If you suspend a pendulum, it will oscillate just like that. It will never stop unless it is opposed by some resistance. This is the law of gravitation which is just making it oscillate. It is a pendulum, you see. It is oscillating. Take another example. If you put a little needle anywhere on this planet Earth, it will be always directing towards north. This is the habit. This is the trend. Because a magnet, when it is placed in the beams, what Napoleon Hill tell, that is the magnetic lines of forces. This strong magnetic field of earth will really rotate that a small needle or big magnet to be aligned in a particular fashion, which is the habit. And what the great Ralph Waldo Emerson wrote about the habit and the originality, the really self-reliant trend and behavior of habits. The little needle always knows the north. The little bird always remembereth his north. And the wise sheer within me never errs. I never taught it what it teaches me. I only follow when I act aright. Beloved friends, here is the great philosophy what the great Ralph Waldo Emerson is teaching us about habit. Habit can never be changed. It become a trend, it become a pattern, it become an instinct. I am a tennis player. When I learn tennis and teach our beloved students to practice some of the strokes, I always request them, repeat the standard swing of your racket. Whether it is service like pitch and press, or it is backhand of the gigantic Federer or of Djokovic, they have to swing several times. 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 It becomes instinctive. That is the habit. So when the great players are playing in the tournament, they are not thinking. It is spontaneous. It is not deliberate. The cultivation of the habit takes deliberate thinking. But now it is spontaneous. No thinking. It has become automatic. It has been put in the autopilot. And once you have grooved your action repeatedly, thousands and thousands and millions of times, that becomes so powerful, that force, that instinctive impulse is so strong that it is very difficult to break with those trend, this pattern. What Napoleon Hill call it, this is the law of the universe, the cosmic habit force. Means this is a trend set by the nature. Like you see all the species on this planet Earth, the birds, the plants, the beasts, everyone has a set trend to grow and bear fruits. Oak will always produce oak, mango will always produce mango, because the great engineer, the great scientist, the God has created the software in different species, birds and beasts. These are having a great software which will always work as per the planning of the Lord. It will never deviate. It will never break the trends. It will always repeat its behavior permanently, perennially. That is called the intelligence which the God has put in the cells of the brains of every creature. Birds, plants, beasts, everything. The universe, the planets, the system of solar, and all the galaxies, they are all governed by a set trend of patterns, standard operating procedures which the great God has written, the script. Everything is obeying very strictly, without any deviation, without any violation, without any tampering, without any hesitation. It is deliberate habits, repeating over and over, time and time and again. But you remember, when God was interested to create something like himself, the most intelligent species, he created man, human being, and he gave him everything what he has. and he exempted God from this standard operating procedures. He told, you design your own software in the brain by thinking. He gave us the power of thought, the intelligence. Whatever we want, we can set it. We can develop our own software. And I tell you, what the great Ella Wheeler Wilcox wrote in her poem, You Never Can Tell, here she is emphasizing the power of thought. You never can tell what thought will do in bringing hate or love. For thought are things, and the airy wings are swifter than carrier dove. They follow the law of the universe. These thought patterns follow the law of the universe, that is law of the nature, that is cosmic habit force. They follow the law of the universe, and each thing must bring its kind. And they speed over the track to bring you back whatever went out of your mind. Beloved friends, the great Dr. Napoleon Hill also said, truly thoughts are things and powerful things are that. When they are mixed with definiteness of purpose, persistence and burning desire for their translation into riches or other material objects. Beloved friends, as the great James Allen said, thought in the mind has made us. What we are by thought was wrought and built. What we think, that we become. What we think, that we act. And what we act repeatedly time and again, that become habit. Repetition. Repetition of the trend and pattern become habit. And once a habit has been cultivated, it may be good habit, it can be bad habit. Accordingly, the destiny and the life of a person is built and shaped. That's why man is a master of his thought. He is the builder of his character. He develops his standard pattern of behavior that becomes his habit, and his habit really make his destiny, fate, and his entire life depends on the trend of his thought. And if you really try to understand this very clearly, let's hear one of the great poet, R.L. Sharp wrote, Bag of Tools. Is it not strange how princes and kings and the clones that caper to the sawdust rings and common people like you and me are the builders of eternity? Each is given a set of rules, a shapeless mass, and a bag of tools, and each must fashion, or life is flown into a stumbling block or a stepping stone. Beloved friends, here also is the importance of our thinking. Okay? If we think positive, if our thought is positive, our action will be positive, our habit will be positive, and we will be successful. And so it is said, success brings success, failures bring failures. Nothing succeeds like success. Means if you start becoming successful, you are following a set trend, then you will become more and more in that area. That is the universal law called cosmic habit force. The nature takes over your trend and make it a perennial, permanent habit. And you will grow and grow and grow and grow. Beloved friends, I can tell you another way also, as Newton defined force. What is force? Force is a cause, external cause, which really changes the state of the object. Suppose the rocks are just lying on the ground. These rocks can never move. They are in the state of inertia. Now if you applied a force, you can move it. So habit is something like inertia. Once you set a trend, it will never be changed unless you apply external willpower or determination to change the trend. Similarly, an object in motion will never stop unless it is applied force to stop it. So once you really take some trouble to cultivate the trend of your thought, that become your act, that become your habit, and that will never change. Just like a rope. Take the example of a rope or a cable. In that rope and cable you will see there are several wires and several threads. One after another we are weaving, and weaving it become thicker and thicker and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and stronger and stronger. Now it is very difficult to break that rope or cable. Why? Because repeatedly the same trend has been developed, so it has become very deeply rooted and very grooved and strong. Habit is like that. If you repeatedly think and act, that becomes so deeply instinctive in your brain, instinctive in your brain, it will automatically work. It will never stop. It has developed a set trend of behavior. Beloved friends, I want to exemplify my statement by another great poem by the great poet Ella Wheeler Wilcox, The Winds of Fate. There also, beloved friends, she is illustrating the power of thought. The power of thought can make you great, and it also make you small. Your brain does not care what you plant in the mind. If you really harvest, if you want to harvest a great success, you have to sow the seed of success, greatness, prosperity, peace. If you want to be ruined and become a negative person, sow the seed of negative thoughts, hatred, envy, jealousy, cynicism, anger, and you are bound to get the fruits of your negative thinking. Because the nature will take over that and make you trend. Failure, more failure, more failure, suffering, suffering, sorrows and grief, shadows of sorrows. The scorching, fierce fire of suffering will become your ingredient part. So you have to be very careful in developing a trend of thought. Listen to that great poem by Ella Wheeler Wilcox, The Winds of Fate. One ship drives east, another drives west, with the self-same wind that blows. One ship drives east, another drives west, with the self-same wind that blows. It is the set of the sails and not the gales which tells the way to go. Like the winds of seas are the ways of fate. Like the winds of seas are the ways of fate as we voyage along through life. It is the set of your souls that decides your goals, or not the calm and strife. Yes, beloved friends, it is your thought. The thought, evil thought, make you a demon. Great, noble, godly thought, make you God. So control your thoughts, control your destiny. You have the power, absolute power on your thought patterns. Develop kindness, thought of peace, prosperity, success, and you will grow bigger and bigger day by day in every way. You will become better and better. That is a universal law. That is called the habit. And habit once developed, cultivated, it is very difficult to break with your habit. Any great man has a habit to have a definite purpose. Without goal and purpose, he will be restless. He will have the company of the great minds, mastermind alliance. That is also universal law. This person has habit to be with greats, as Ford was having all the greats of his time as his friend circle. He will have tremendous faith and belief in every crisis, in every difficult moment. This is his habit. He knows that. But for faith and belief, self-confidence and self-reliance, a man is nothing more than the rock. this rock, woods, he will do nothing in his life. It is the faith which really gives the power. It is the eternal elixir which gives life, action and power to the mind. Man become energetic, enthusiastic, have willpower, determination, courage, conviction to scale any height in his life. So that has to be developed by developing that kind of thought. Beloved friends, all the laws of success, they are the natural laws and they will become habit of any great man. So my sincere request is, so many people make it complicated. The subject is very easy. What you repeatedly think, that you repeatedly do, and slowly and steadily, that becomes so strong thought and action that it develops into action, habit, and that habit will never die. If you remember, the rainbow in the sky by William Wordsworth, where he wrote very clearly, a child is the father of man. Yes, beloved friends, the habits and the tests, the attributes and character, if you develop once, it become a perennial, eternal companion of yours, and you will never be able to give up, break with it, and it will become an asset for you. So my sincere advice to all my beloved friends, comrades, companions, and aspirants to become great in life is to develop positive mental attitude. Means think great, think big, think high. You always believe you can do it. You always believe in your own power of personality, in your own God-gifted power of your brain. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, the mind can really achieve for you. The great Andrew Carnegie, he took full possession of his mind in the early childhood. He was illiterate, uneducated, a poor boy, but he became the richest man in the American history in the business of steel, and he helped millions of people. And the greatest gift of Napoleon Hill was that he wrote The Secret of Success when he was being coached by the great Andrew Carnegie. And if you have the courage, the will, the desire, and the determination to become great, like Napoleon Hill and Andrew Carnegie, also you develop the ability to take full possession of your mind, and then you will be entitled. You will have the right to take full possession of anything worth possessing on this earth without violating the rights of the other individuals. So I tell you very briefly, this is all about habits, and the habit is really governed by the natural law. Whatever thought you develop in your mind and repeatedly think over it, they become really your action, that build your character, that build your destiny, that make your fate, and you will be telling, I am the master of my fate and I am the captain of my soul, by virtue of the fact that I always have in my mind the thought of greatness, the thought of success, the thought of positive mental attitude, the thought of optimism, the thought of helping each person, the thought of caring and sharing all our possessions with the millions and billions of the people on this planet Earth. That is really glorious life. I am that. Beloved friends, don't hesitate. Start in the beginning. Nobody can really go to the sky all of a sudden. As one of my favorite poets wrote, we have not wings, we cannot soar, but we have feet to scale and climb by slow degrees and more the cloudy summits of our time. Heights by great men, reached and kept, were not attained by sudden flight, but they, while their companions slept, were toiling upward in the night. Beloved friends, that is the true secret of greatness. You become what you think about. That become your habit. That become your character. That become your trend. And you have to be very, very careful, beloved friends, because once you have developed a very positive mental attitude, and if you are not very careful, it will take very little time to just degrade yourself and you will start thinking negative, because man has been given this freedom to think the way he likes, to act the way he likes, the place he wants to go. He has conquered time and space. So be very, very careful. Always be right on your track. Never allow the temptation, the greed, and all the negative mental attitude to degrade you to the level of a demon. You are God, and always dwell in the thought of godliness and greatness and divinity. The world will really worship you because you have all the power of God. You are a God among gods. Love all, respect all. I become a great man, and never underestimate yourself. You are not at all inferior. You are as great as anybody else. Somebody believed it, act upon it, and they reach those heights. You can also do it because you have all the similar equipments and elements in you. You develop the habit of thinking great, acting with a lot of belief in faith. Faith without action is dead. You have to act in the living present with heart within and God overhead. You can do any wonders on this planet Earth. That is all about the cosmic habit force. Any friends who want to discuss with me on that, I really welcome them. Your all remarks, your all comments, your all suggestions is cordially welcome. I am a beginner. I know nothing, but my willpower is that of Napoleon Hill. My commitment to my life is that of Andrew Carnegie, and any great man who has graced this planet Earth, because I believe in myself. I have tremendous faith in myself. I may not know anything, but I have the power of my brain. I control it, direct it with belief, faith, determination, courage, conviction, and I will conquer it. I will be victorious. Yes, that attributes, that thinking habits of Napoleon Hill, Napoleon the Great, Alexander the Great made them so great. Be a man of iron willpower, determination, conviction, courage, energy, the grip of a bulldog. Once in, never shake. Be rock solid. God made you like Him. God, manifest your divinity within yourself. Never stop, because you have the power of your character, the power of your cultivating the great thoughts and action and habit. You can be what you want to be. You will be what you will to be. Let failure find its false content in the poor word environment, but the spirit escorts it and is free. It masters times, it conquers a space. It calls the boastful tricks a chance. It bids the tyrant circumstance and fill a servant place. The human will that forces unseen, the offspring of a deathless soul, can hew a way to any goal. The walls of granite intervene. Be not impatient in delay, but wait. And as one who understands, when the spirit rises and commands, the gods are ready to obey. Gods are ready to obey. That power you develop in your mind, the strong mind, the thinking mind, the creative mind, filled with ideas, lofty dreams, visions, and tremendous belief and faith and conviction, and put everything in action, and keep on keeping on, persist till you are successful. You have attained your goal. Arise, awake, and stop not till you have attained the goal of greatness, success. Whatever may be your dreams and desires, that is bound to come to you, because you deserve it, you have right over it. Everything what you have desired will become a reality, because you have control over your thought. And thought has this habit to clothe itself in reality. I love you. I thank you very much. Be great. Believe in yourself. Respect everyone. Love everyone. Nobody just small. All are great. Anybody has not shown greatness, he can start now. Another moment, he will be better than you. If he has the courage, if he wants, he will become. This is the true secret. Life's battle. Don't always go to the stronger, the faster man. But sooner or late, the one who wins is the one who thinks one can. I think it. I think it. I can do it. So you can do it. And everyone who thought like that, he did it. And it became a set pattern of his life. He succeeded. And he succeeded. Edison made 150 discoveries and inventions because it was his trend to succeed. You can do it. I thank you and love you.